Hey everybody, you're listening to the Hisessions Hawaii podcast where we talk about everything local and beyond. I'm John Yamasato, your host, and joining me today is Mr. Kyle Shimabukuro.
How's it?
Devon Nekoba.
Hey.
Before we begin, let me remind our listeners of all the ways they can stay in touch with the show. There's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all at Hisessions. You can go to SoundCloud, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts, listen to the podcast. Of course, you can email us at hisessions@yahoo.com, which no one does anymore because everybody's on Instagram or Facebook or something.
Yeah.
If you'd like to help the show, get more music on the channel, please go to patreon.com and donate. There you'll be more involved with the show and all that stuff. No new patrons this week. It's okay. We just keep pushing on.
Okay.
Thank you to Kupu Kupu Landscaping, landscape architects. You can call Kevin Yokomura, 808-722-8685 for a free estimate, or go to kupukupulandscaping.com. And more as this podcast goes on, more and more people ask me about landscaping, and I've been recommending Kevin, so...
He's busy.
I think he's getting busy.
Good.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Ford
He'll be like, can you stop talking about us?
He does good work, man.
Yeah, he does good work. Yeah. Fort Ruger Market, thank you very much. I had the plate A again today. I had a lot of poke over the week, and as we discussed, I'm trying to cut back on my fish consumption.
You afraid of mercury or something?
Yeah. So I went with the plate A today, which I like because of the pipikala.
Yeah, pipikala is good, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's my favorite. That's like the treat on top of the lau lau and all that stuff. Okay.
I wish I could say I ate it, but I can't eat right now because I'm barely speaking clearly.
Yeah.
Is your mouth numb?
Yeah.
What? You can't feel anything?
The lower right half of my jaw. Don't slap me.
Oh.
The lower right half of my jaw is like numb. See, I know where. See, that's how long we've known each other. I know where he's going immediately. I know where the mind is going, and I go, bah.
I wouldn't slap you on camera. That's rude.
I don't know. It would be, I can slap you or what?
Maybe after.
You're not going to feel him, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So our guest today is Mr. Kingsley Kalohelani.
Hey.
Kingsley, thank you for being here.
Of course,
we can call you Kings as well, right?
Yeah, it sounds skinnier.
No, I think Kingsley is a cool name. That's a unique name. You're the first Kingsley that I've ever met.
Really?
That's your birth name.
That's my birth name.
Wow.
Yeah, but
You got some cool parents, man.
try to go by Kings because, I don't know, it just sounds more regal.
What is the reason for them naming you Kingsley?
You know, I have no idea.
You never asked them.
I think it's part of a family member's name.
You have any brothers and sisters?
There's somebody with
Yeah,
the name
and-
Kingsley something.
I think it was his middle name.
Holy moly.
But I wanted my brother's name, which is Cash
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So Kingsley, Cash.
and Casey.
Poor Casey.
I know.
He's got a normal name.
I don't think it was planned. No, I'm just kidding.
So before we go on, so Kingsley is 1/3 of the group Walea, who is a Hoku Award winning group here in Hawaii, and also plays around town. He can do anything. Kingsley can play and sing and do it all, you know?
Trying.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk some music today, but yeah, Kingsley is a interesting name.
It's different.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Did you like having a unique name when you were growing up, or did you like, man, I wish my name was
Or
Joe?
were kids evil?
Nah, no.
No? Okay.
You
That's
always
good.
knew who they were talking to. Like,
When you got in trouble.
oh yeah, Kings. Shoot, that's me.
I mean, how many Johns you had in your class?
A lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what did they, did they put something after your name every time they needed? Like John, the skinny one.
No.
John,
no.
the tall one.
I
John,
never got the skinny one.
I mean,
Me
you
either.
know, like anything, a lot of people call him just Yamasato.
Yamasoto.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. Did you guys do that in high school? Like your friends, you just would call them by their last name? Like,
If I had another friend with the same name, yeah, probably.
no, but even like I would go like, hey, Nekoba, blah blah blah. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Sometimes.
I don't know about Shimabuku. It's
That's too
too
long.
long.
Yeah, Shimabukuro is so much
you
to
just be
say.
Kyle.
Yeah.
She must.
Yeah.
Shimas.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So Kingsley, where did Walea start? Like, let's talk about the band a little bit. We do have your CD here, I think, somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
right
there
there.
It is, yeah.
So we
That was
got it.
and that was on purpose.
Yep.
That's not just because you were here.
It's a good accident.
So
Yeah, Hawaii actually, or not Hawaii, Walea branched out of Actually, another group that I was playing with for a little while, which was Kayao with Kusuza. And then there was one point when Kekoa subbed in, and we're going through some changes at the time, and Kekoa subbed in. We're like, oh, this is actually really nice. Like, it got us closer to that very traditional, old school Hawaiian style that I guess we were shooting for with the sound. And then things progressed, and eventually Kekoa became available, and then we're looking for a third for that group. So he jumped in, which is actually what Walea means too. It means when everything is like perfect and it's just the way it should be, and it feels good. It's more like a feeling. So when we're kind of thinking of names, we're like, okay, let's start fresh with something since we're making this now.
Were you always into that type of music, or how did you get introduced to that?
I was. That's a lie. I was kind of. I'm very non-traditional when it comes to like Hawaiian music, and the guys in the band know, like, if I'm listening to music, it's never Hawaiian music. They're like, when do you learn Hawaiian songs? I was like, when we're on stage.
Wow.
Well, I always say, like, I was playing with Gonzo and Kanaya for a little while, and within, I don't know, 2 months, we'd play a few parties, and I'm like, man, I'm just not. These guys are like way beyond my skill level as far as knowledge of the material, the vocal arrangements and stuff like that. I just couldn't keep up with them, like, so you just learned on the spot.
Kind of. So like at Kamehameha, I went through Hawaiian Ensemble.
Okay.
And really I was trying to stack my schedule. I front loaded all the hard classes freshman, sophomore year. Junior, senior, I wanted to relax. So I made sure
nice.
All the lunch periods were within my free periods also, so I could go to lunch 3 times. And then I planned my schedule with like concert glee, which is like the choir, orchestra, Hawaiian Ensemble, because I just wanted to like enjoy myself.
Were you dorming?
I wasn't. They offered it to me, but I like driving in because then I could have access to the car at the time. So I grew up in Aiea, so I would drive in, go to school, and then I played sports year round too. So then I'd go to practice, shower there, go home, eat, and go to bed. Just every single day.
Wow.
But music was always a part of life for you.
It was.
Is that from your parents or?
Actually, no one in my family plays music. We're a very baseball family. So like my grandfather played professional baseball. His brother, my 2 uncles, like there's a lot of like baseball in our family.
Yeah.
But my grandpa, after he played in the majors, he came back and he coached, and the parents after the games would play music, like while they're having drinks and eating after the games.
The usual.
So I was like their bat boy at like 4 or 5 years old, and we'd hang out after the park.
What team was your grandpa playing for?
He got signed with the Orioles, and he played with the White Sox and the Royals.
Wow.
No way.
Yeah.
What is his name?
John Matias.
Oh, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he played with the Hawaii Islanders also.
Yeah.
So that was my grandfather. So he raised me. So actually on the CD, track 4, Ku'ulai Pua Kenny Kenny is written about him.
Oh.
So in like the liner notes, you see a picture of us together in there.
Cool. No, but you said you played baseball too?
I played baseball growing up. Yeah.
Oh man.
What position?
Catcher.
Oh, okay.
I tried for the backstop, but they said I wasn't big enough, so they moved me to catcher.
Oh, well, let me ask you this question, because someone told me this, and you would know better than me. They said that when the kids are young, when you have your kid, if you can get them to play catcher, that they should play catcher, because you kind of get used to the ball coming at you. You kind of learn about the different positions because where you're sitting and stuff like
You're
that.
kind of calling the game at that point.
Yeah. So you learn a lot from that position as well.
So you really terrible to watch a baseball game with because you're calling everything before it actually happens.
You can kind of predict what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm so worried about the food at the games. I'm there to relax. Like.
So do you have a team? Oh, there we go. Oh, you're a Yankee.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry.
It's a bad year for the Yankees. Nobody ever turned the other way.
We just got eliminated, but it's okay.
That's okay. My Mariners are right behind you, so it's fine.
So I lived in Seattle for years. So we go to the Mariner games all the time.
Oh, man.
The pitching coach for the Chicago White Sox right now was the catcher when my grandpa was the first baseman.
Oh, wow.
So when we were living there, we would email him and say, hey, we're going to the game, and he'd get us tickets right behind home plate. At,
wow.
It was Safeco at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Wait,
fun.
how did the Seahawks do this weekend?
We won.
Okay.
It's a good
alright.
game. I thought we were gonna lose, and then they pulled it out and started playing like they were supposed to be playing all this time.
Hey, so next week, if you want to come back, we're gonna have Darren Kimura on, who's a avid card collect. He's like sports collect memorabilia guy. So
I
if
need
you
to
want,
find my stash.
yeah, if you want to talk about that, he's an expert in that world.
That's cool. That's cool.
We should bring some
thousands.
of our cards in and have him.
Oh yeah,
look
yeah,
at
yeah.
it.
He'll look at it. He'll look at it.
Oh, bring my LeBron cards in.
He's pretty depressing. If I can say that. Because I think he sees like so many cards and so many good stuff that he's like,
I know,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
like have
that's
your prize position, you show him, he'll be like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's alright.
Yeah,
I give you $5 for that one.
that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Because we just started, right? So I'm
Yeah.
all super excited, and I bring him all my what I think are great things. He's like,
It's alright.
yeah, I don't know if we should even grade that. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
So did you have dreams of playing professional ball, or?
I wanted to play for the longest time, and then when I stopped growing this way, and then I started going wide, I was like, oh, I don't think it is.
I could be Pudge Rodriguez, right? I mean,
So I would play like first base, second base,
Yeah.
and then when I stopped growing and everyone's just kind of shooting up over me, I was like, maybe I'll stick with catcher.
Uh,
Yeah, catcher's a tough position.
you played any other sports?
Volleyball.
Volleyball.
Volleyball's
So
fun.
the barrel
volleyball.
then.
I was a setter for commitment.
The barrel and setter. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
But all this time, were you playing music too, or did that come kind of later?
Yeah, I actually didn't learn guitar. Well, so I grew up playing ukulele, like from when I was in elementary. I used to take it to school every single day with me. And it wasn't until middle school I learned bass, like orchestra style, like classical.
Okay.
And then junior year of high school, I started learning guitar.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't until then.
When you walked around with your ukulele, who was your influence back then? Ukulele player wise.
They're 10 years younger, so
Yeah, I'm curious. to see.
Definitely
Jake.
our friend's album.
Oh.
oh, Jake. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that's that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
It was that, and I was
every
very
time
into like.
somebody comes on and they're like 10 years younger, and we ask them influences, they're always like, Pure Heart. And John
Yeah.
goes, Oi.
No, there was probably 5 CDs in the rotation, like, because I wouldn't really watch TV back then too, and
Uh-huh.
I'm so tired when I got home from school that I would just like I had this 5-disc CD changer.
Oh,
Pure
yeah.
Heart was in it. Kyle Crater Boys.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think there was a Bubba B CD in there, like, and they would just
let
go
it
through the
go around.
rotation.
Okay, so all those ukulele players and stuff like that, what was the first song you learned?
Surf or Drop Baby Drop.
It was probably one of those,
Yeah.
but the one
Everybody-
that I wanted to like distinguish myself and really get to play was body surfing.
Oh, yeah. Everybody.
Yeah.
Today, maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He can play it. And,
Yeah, you brought his guitar, but we're going to sing something.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe you can play both.
Yeah, 'cause you guys can sing
You
along
can play
with us,
2
man.
songs. Come on.
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
fine.
you can.
Don't worry.
He took
Yeah.
off today. He got
Yeah,
time.
yeah. No
Yeah.
worries.
Yeah, so
I mean,
it was that like, and that's I think how I learned to play by ear because I wouldn't read chords or anything back then, so I'd just lay on my bed with my ukulele and
Never took lessons.
Well, you're still old enough
No.
that you didn't
Wow.
have like YouTube and stuff. You couldn't. You had to watch and learn.
that's really
Or
what it was.
become a Sakuma super cakey or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of it was just by ear. So like some of the chords I hold to, I'm like, it's probably not the right chord, but it's the sound that I was looking for. So I was like,
Yeah.
wow,
It
it
works.
works.
Yeah. And then so then you get in, you start playing. You have Walea, and then you also play a ton of like solo gigs and stuff too.
I do. Yeah.
And that's so. Whenever I'm out anywhere, like I'll be like, "That's music. What must be Kings?" And I go there. You sure it is? It's sure him. You know. How often do you play?
On top of my full time, maybe like 5 to 8 times a week.
Damn.
Oh, that's a lot.
Where? Mostly in
Yeah.
Waikiki?
A lot of Waikiki. So like Tuesdays I'm at Eating House. Wednesdays I'll play Tiki's like the later set.
Uh-huh.
Thursdays I play at Halekulani with my band. Fridays I kind of rotate around Aloha Beer a lot.
Oh yeah.
Down in Kaka'ako.
Uh-huh.
Love that spot. And then Ala Moana Mall I just picked up
Oh,
that
yeah?
one too.
Nice. When
Where?
The West Wing
Oh,
stage
by the
Bloomingdale's.
elevators.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I'm glad they're
Just-
making use of that thing because they were only doing like special event stuff. So
Yeah.
Oh, that over there. Okay.
yeah, it's kind of nice that. The only thing with that spot is if you're playing in the daytime, good God, it's hot.
Yeah.
And there's no shade at all. You're
No,
just
none.
out there sweating your ass
You're
off and
exposed.
playing.
So it's right kind of as it's getting darker, 5:30
Good.
to 6:30. So it's
Nice.
not too bad.
Nice.
At that time, the sun's already way
Is that where
behind.
there's a lot of people that just hang out in that area,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of kids and running around.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
then, like,
mostly contemporary music.
those ones, yeah. It's more contemporary, country, R&B, like that sort of mix.
So when do you practice, like learn new stuff, or is it just you're just doing it on the fly?
A lot of
During
it's
the
on the
gigs?
fly, like during gigs. I'll pull up like the internet if someone requests a song, and then I'll just find the lyrics to it and just figure out what key I'm singing in. So I just have the
Wow.
words, and then I'll play it, and then I'll throw it into my set later. Just listen to it in my car.
Damn. It's like a human karaoke.
I know, dude. These guys nowadays, what motivates you to go do so many gigs? Is it just you just enjoy it?
My
Is it a good-
spending is out of control,
see.
so I need a.
Well, hence the.
Mm-hmm.
When
that's,
you're-
that's not cheap, bro.
When you're ugly, you gotta distract. So yeah, my spending is.
What
So
are you
is-
spending it on?
Well, he has a ton of like sound equipment because he's also a sound guy.
Oh yeah, I know. He's running sound for the show that I'm in this weekend. That's
Yeah.
why.
And the stand-up bass you probably spent money on.
I just bought that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
May or may not have spent 50,000 last month.
Crazy, right?
Oops.
on a,
Yeah.
on a
Stand-up bass.
No, so my base is 21. With shipping, it's gonna be 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things.
But
are
you know, I
expensive,
mean,
but it's
But
quality.
like, that's a.
Bobby Modero came in here and talked about his $25,000
Yeah.
guitar.
But that thing's
Yeah.
gonna be with you for life. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's not like you're gonna the car. You're just gonna
So
trade
you're
it
talking
in.
about the stand-up bass. It's not like I mean, it's a special bass, obviously, because it's like 50 grand. But what is it about? Is it the wood that it's made of? Is it the?
It's a traditional stand-up bass.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that one.
Because not
Yeah.
they also play in that little
Like the one that Kikoa plays.
whole one, right? That,
Yeah,
that
I
electric
have one of those.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's actually in my car right now too.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this is just the acoustic wood stand up. So I got to handpick like all the woods and
Wow.
the shape. It's gonna be a 5-string. Most of the uprights are 4.
yeah.
So we added like the low B string on it.
When you play a stand-up in a band, you still plugging in though, right? Is it?
I've been miking my bass.
Oh, okay.
Like when we do that gig, just to get a little bit more traditional sound.
Uh huh.
But I'm a fan of the electric side. Our guys in
Yeah,
our
yeah.
band are like, that's not traditional. I'm like, okay.
Well, what about the one that's like really thin? But
Yeah,
it's,
that's what he said he has in his car.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. It's funny because I always talk when I talk to stand-up bass guys. You know who James Hill is?
Yeah.
So James Hill is his wife plays the cello, but she has a electronic one that's really small, and then she dances around and plays with it and stuff, and it's really cool because she's very attractive too. So you have this attractive girl dancing around. I'm like,
I want them to say that about
too
me.
bad you can't do that.
Not there yet.
Yeah, but I'm like, sorry, man, you can get the small one, but you
Yeah.
don't have that other part.
I wish I learned cello earlier too. Like, there's a bunch of string instruments that I like to like dabble in and play, but cello, I love that sound. Dude.
Yeah. You know, back in the Pure Heart days, Lopaka always wanted to get a cello player to play with us because he said it would have the low
That would have been
sound
interesting.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Brah, cello.
That's what I'm here for.
I'm like,
Taste notes.
no, in
That's
my head,
cool.
I'm thinking, that's not cool. But then now that I see James and his wife play, I'm like,
That's pretty
dang,
cool.
that's actually pretty cool. You know, like, yeah, that would have
Plus,
been kind of
you,
neat.
you realize you guys are kind of nerds, right? When you
Yeah,
played?
well-
I mean, it was cool because it was Pure Heart, but like,
No, but
I don't know.
you don't understand. When you're a nerd, you're trying very hard not to be a nerd.
Yeah.
well, no, I know this.
Which makes
but-
you even more nerdy. I
Yeah,
guess,
exactly.
In a way,
but-
but,
That's what I'm saying. You could have had the cello player, and then you would have been even more
but you know,
cool.
when you're young in your early 20s and stuff,
Yeah.
you don't know what you're doing.
What do you like most? The stand-up bass or regular bass?
I think it depends on the style. Because even when I'm playing like a band gig,
Yeah.
but I'm playing the acoustic bass versus the electric, like the stick bass, my style completely changes, like how I'm playing it. And you wouldn't think about it because it's exactly the same.
What? But the the stand-up doesn't have frets though, right?
No, none of them have frets.
But this the one that you play.
The
regularly has,
this one,
yeah,
that one has frets. Yeah. So if I'm playing like contemporary stuff, I like to play this one. Hawaiian stuff, I'll play the upright one. But
Did you have to change your thinking to go from one to the other, or can you just sort of seamlessly? I'll go to the electric. I'll go.
it's pretty seamless at this point.
Wow.
Yeah, but playing the same upright bass, the electric or the acoustic one, my style is completely different, which we can't figure out yet.
I always wonder how you can play fretless things like that. You gotta really have
You kind
mechanics
of
down already.
after a while you kind of know where.
It's a lot of muscle memory.
Yeah. You kind of know. Like, I'm pretty sure if you gave me a fretless guitar, I could kind of grab where I
Yeah.
would think things are, and it'd be okay. And then you just,
Slide it, yeah.
slide,
Yeah.
you can move it a little,
Yeah,
little
you can
bit.
kind of fake your way through that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just neat because I think Hawaii, we have so many Hawaiian music groups that go a traditional style. So it's neat because you're going to see a bunch of people playing a fretless bass acoustically and go, oh, okay. So it's sort of a regular thing. And
Yeah.
if you go to the mainland and you're watching bands and they're playing something with a fretless bass or in an orchestra, and you go, oh, okay, that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun learning the bass too, because like I didn't learn like more Hawaiian style bass until like really late in high school. I played classical like with the bow and
Oh, wow.
stuff all the way through, and that's actually what one of my college scholarships was for, like upright bass, like orchestral playing.
So did the local musicians create a certain way of playing with the stand-up bass that's unique to Hawaii?
Yeah, kind of. It's very similar to, I would say, like a simplified jazz type. Just the progressions that you're doing.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, because I learned upright from actually Hoku Meister.
Oh, nice.
He was teaching up at Kamehameha, the Hawaiian ensemble class. So then we'd go into the combo. So it was like Dane Fujiwara from Ane, myself, Po'okela Napoleon, Brandon Souza. That's Keone's brother.
Oh yeah, Brandon. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I know Keone very well.
So we'd be in that group, and then Hoku and I would notate out all the Hawaiian chords on sheet music, and we tape it to the back of my bass. So I'm playing the gigs like this, reading the sheet music as we go until I learn to play it like that.
Hey man, whatever makes it work.
Yeah.
Faked it long enough, and
Yeah,
then
fake it till you make it.
yeah.
Well, nowadays you probably have your iPad just strapped to your mic stand, right?
Oh, totally. If I don't
Yeah.
have my phone, I'm toast.
Oh, yeah.
But wait, you use your phone? You can see that far with the phone? Like,
He's young, man.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do. Like, I use that one app that I have, like, all my songs in here.
Yeah. I think Corey Oliveros has that app too.
Yeah.
What app is that?
On song?
On song.
So does it have
Yeah.
the chords and the lyrics, or just the lyrics?
Just the lyrics.
Look
Yeah.
how small that is.
What
I
is it?
can't
Yeah,
even see
what
Oh,
that.
is
I
it?
wouldn't be able to see that, man. That's
And then I make,
small.
like, set lists in here. You import all your own songs into it. So, like,
okay.
normally when I hear a song, I'll find it online, find the lyrics, sing it at the gig, and then I'll copy it and put it into the app and throw it into my set there.
Wow.
Oh, hey, you know what I've been doing? So tell me if I'm being a total dick. But so
Yeah, please.
what I've been doing is like so nowadays when I play, I bring my own board, and I just set up my own setup, and I also bring my own monitor, and I just send it out to the
One
sound.
line.
So I just tell the if we're playing at a gig, like say I just did this fundraiser the other night, and it was at the School of Medicine, so they had a sound system,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like you were running the sound. It was like the school had their sound system. So I just said, just bring the big speakers out. I just
Send you one line.
I just send one line and just volume up, and that way I can control.
That's super dick.
Such a dick.
Is it super insulting?
He has no faith in everybody. I do the same thing.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But but remember, he's a song guy.
But he was so stoked. He goes, I finally figured out after all these years I can bring a board and set up already.
No, but you never know what you're going into.
Yeah.
That's
right.
That's a
right.
scary thing. Like unless like you know who the sound person is and
Right.
you know kind of what their setup is, it's risky going in.
This is for like because a lot of times I'll do these private gigs. Right, it's for some kind of fundraiser or a company something, and they're like, "Oh, we have a sound system." And I'm like, "Okay," but everybody's idea of a sound system is not what my idea of a sound
Yeah.
system. I'm like, do you have monitors? Do you have the, like,
Yeah.
so I'm like, man, if I just brought my own
We have
thing.
an iPod cord.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I've been to too many gigs where like I'm sitting there, there's no monitor.
Yeah.
And I know I can't hear anything. I just, whatever's going out there is,
Yeah.
So I'm like, just bring my own.
No, it's risky. I take everything with me. Like, I take my own mic stand, my own mic. Like,
Oh, really?
I take all of it because
I
you
think
know your
getting-
sound.
Yeah, and knowing getting your own mic, I think is a good idea because when people are playing, like everybody's
Oh, yeah,
talking
yeah.
into
Oh,
the
yeah.
mic, and you get up on the mic, you go, oh, okay.
Yeah, and I kiss my mic too when I'm singing. I'm like
Yeah.
on it.
Back in the 90s, I made out with every musician
Yeah.
on the island. I
Got
feel
every
like.
single disease.
Lucky.
Yeah, like. Because back in those days, you didn't bring your own mic. That was
No.
unheard of. to
Not
bring
at
your
all.
own
And the
mic.
mics could be all rusty.
Ah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
gross.
I mean, at
man.
least bring your own sponge you can put over, you know what I mean?
No, you just
No,
just
no,
go,
it
just
doesn't
go,
matter
man.
because
You can tell what the person ate before you.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
yeah, right up on it. And
So nowadays, I always bring my own mic, and I just go, hey, is it okay if I use my own mic? Yeah.
So they're like, can we make announcements on your mic? I go, wait, I have another mic for you. I don't want you on my mic.
So the drift into doing sound as well, was that sort of parallel, or did you learn it because you were playing with all these bands? You're like, well, I guess I gotta make sure the sound is okay and not shit.
It was kind of like that. So like in high school, from like 7th grade, we had a band that we put together. We're all classmates there. So it's called Smooth Remedy.
Oh,
and
I
then-
remember you guys.
Yeah. So we started in like 7th grade, and then a couple guys got into Kamehameha at 9th grade, so we added them to the group. And then we would gig on the weekends all through high school.
Oh, wow.
So we like saved all our money. We bought like these passive Yamaha speakers, and we would try to use those tiny speakers to play like a full football field type size thing. And eventually we all learned how to do the sound, just because a lot of places like, you got to bring your own speakers, you got to bring your own sound. We wanted the gig, so we did it. So we'd save our money, and we bought like a pool sound system that we'd use for all our gigs.
Oh, nice.
And then from there I went to college. And then when I came back, I was like,
Wait, where'd you go to college?
Pacific Lutheran, PLU, up in Tacoma. Yeah, so I went to school for music and
Oh.
education.
That's why you guys are.
Washington, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So being a sound guy and a musician, you do have a lot of toys at your house.
Oh man, it's bad.
Yeah. Do you have your own storage then for all this stuff, or?
I do. So I keep a lot of it in my house, but I also keep my van loaded and ready to go. So I just bought one of those huge cargo Ford Transits, and that thing is full. So it's like, it's ready to go.
Most sound guys are like that.
Yeah. So it's ready to go. And luckily, because I live on campus at my job, the security helps to watch it, so I know it's safe.
Oh, good,
And I can
good.
leave it loaded and
Yeah.
go
You know,
on.
nowadays, like, there's that Duracell battery packs and all that kind of stuff. That is helpful too now, right? For like playing and finding electricity somewhere by having that power box. Or is it too weak to push something through that?
I don't really trust the small ones. If anything, I'll take like the Bose portable battery speaker for like wedding ceremonies and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But in terms of running like a bigger system, I normally require like the big generators or like a certain amount of circuits and stuff, just so we're not blowing it. Or
Is your goal to like continually get bigger and bigger with the sound to the point where you're like running huge shows and stuff like that? Or
nah,
is
because I
it
think
too,
there's
too,
the good
too,
guys
too much
for
of a
that.
hassle?
There's the guys who are like really good at that already.
Yeah.
There's kind of that niche pocket where weddings, birthday parties to like a little bit bigger events.
Yeah.
Those are comfortable and it's more fun. It's not as high stress and
Not like the Aloha Stadium parking lot events or anything like that.
Like
yeah.
I've done the Shell a couple of times, but just the amount of gear that you're taking for all that,
You
and
gotta put up a truss and
all of that,
all the wiring. And,
and you got to take a huge crew with you, and you got to worry about scheduling all that.
Well, when we did the Bishop Museum, the Maui one, I was standing backstage, right by the monitor mix guy, and yeah, it's stressful. He was yelling and get this over here and move that, and then the whole time you're like just. Plus, too, you got a stream going out now. There's always this new variable that.
There's so many different elements.
And now there's monitors too, where you can watch people perform behind.
Yeah.
Is that part of the sound system usually for people, or is
that one's not normally? Normally, you have a different camera crew come in for that one.
Yeah.
So what's playing a gig with 300, maybe 400 people? what is your go-to system setup? Because for a lot of people, they have absolutely no idea, myself included. Like I bought sound system stuff just because when you MC, it's like you said, right? You show up and you're like, you guys don't have anything? Okay.
Oh, yeah,
You know, I was
yeah.
tired of doing that. Or, you know, like, here, MC this, and here's this small little speaker, this ion speaker that we bought. Can
At
you use
Costco?
that? Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work. So I was like, I got to
It's,
bring
it's
my
like the
own.
ones
Yeah.
that the guys in Japan use to try to get people into the store.
Yeah.
Oh, you see that?
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude.
And then they got this little
Yeah.
speaker that-
Plus, you're trying to run sound. You're trying to run music through it alongside your voice and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was just curious for you, like, what is your recommendation to people? Because people say, "Well, just buy that Bose thing because it's that single speaker." And
Yeah.
some sound guys go, "That Bose thing sucks, man. You can't use that thing."
Yeah,
Right.
it really depends. Like I've kind of a lot of gear now that I've accumulated, like, and I'm very keen into like the QSC stuff.
Oh yeah.
So
QSC's
I love the QSC sound. All my mixers are Yamaha, but
What is
like-
QSC a brand?
QSC is a
Yeah.
brand,
Okay.
yeah. So
They're
actually,
very
High
expensive.
Sessions.
They're a very expensive brand.
Oh, yeah.
Speaker.
We use
They're really good,
QSC
though.
exclusively at High Sessions as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to QSC.
Oh, okay.
They actually sponsored the show at one point.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Wow.
We did a couple so they gave us a couple of speakers, and then we had some artists come in, and they used that on their website. Like we did trade off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice guys over there. Really nice.
Yeah.
So if they want to endorse King Sound,
There you go.
I only use QSC.
They're great. It's good stuff, man.
Wait, is it just local or they're a
Mainland.
Mainland company, yeah.
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 But people have been using them for years. Like I remember the QSC name for 15.
Oh
maybe
yeah.
20.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, before I could afford it, like that was always the
Everybody's
goal,
you
to
could get the
to it.
QSC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to get to it. Like I heard Ioane Burns mixing sound with QSC. I was like, I love that. The sound of those speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually last month I bought 4 of the new line arrays that they came out with.
Oh.
And like I think just the 4 alone was like 16,000.
So, being a
Yeah.
sound guy, being particular with sound, do you have a killer theater at your house? System for TV?
Oh, you
that
feel like
in?
you're in the movie.
Yeah?
Yeah,
And what
it's
about
awesome.
what about your car? You have a kick-ass stereo system in your
I
car?
do.
Oh my god! See, this is where all
I
the
do.
money comes in.
Because I spend so much time in my car.
Yeah.
Not as much in my house, but my car has I think the day after I bought my car, I took it straight to the audio store to have them install a system. I'm like, okay, this is what I have to work with. What can you put in? So put this huge sub inside, change out all the speakers, and put some amps in there.
You are the one guy. Okay. So many years ago, this is probably 15 years ago, I get a call. This guy goes, I'm looking to maybe sell my house. And so he was a editor for a audio magazine. You know,
Oh,
so he
wow.
had to like listen to speakers and then do editorials on them and stuff like that. And he had this house out by Burger King in Moili. I can't remember exactly where it was, and he had this one room that was like, it was like the whole room was floating. It was completely soundproof. It had like a door, the door that closes like a safe, like at a bank.
Yeah.
And it had like this
Wow.
AC thing that I'm like, no one is gonna want this. Like, you're gonna have to find somebody that specifically needs like who needs this like soundproof.
I would have loved that house.
Yeah, they bought that house.
You would have bought that.
I would have
house.
loved that house.
I wonder whatever happened to that house, but yeah, I was
They
telling him
probably
like,
they probably made it the kids' room because then they can shut it and nobody's gonna hear it.
Yeah.
So how does your theater system look in your house? Is it has like stadium seating?
he's
and
saying it's
stuff,
more the
or?
car. His thing is.
Oh, nah, it's just my living room, but I have like all the seats that like recline. And
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I have the 2 seats that recline, and then I have like a massage chair on one side, and then I have like the bucket armchairs on the other side. And then I have like the tower speakers, the front speaker surrounds that go
That's
What
around.
kind
where
of
you
what kind of
live,
movies
man.
do you like? Give me like 3 movies that top of your head that you like.
I hardly watch movies. I'm watching more like
Concerts.
YouTube, like
Oh.
like the NPR, like,
oh, the
Tiny
Desk.
Desk,
Oh
Scary
wow.
Pocket
Okay. So,
type shows.
wow.
Okay.
That's what you got.
and I like to run those because you just feel like you're in it, or like the John Mayer concert or something like that.
yeah.
Ed Sheeran.
Ah.
So YouTube streaming, when you watch YouTube, the sound quality is there already. You just got to bring it out with good speakers and an amp, maybe.
Yeah, yes. I mean, good enough for what I prefer.
Well, that's
Yeah,
good
it
enough for
sounds-
mostly
it sounds-
everybody.
it
Then
sounds awesome.
for you.
Yeah.
If you put okay on it. It must be really good.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
You run it through a receiver as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing that helps too. You gotta get if you get a good receiver. Well, good receiver, good speakers.
I researched too because I was looking at like what do most movie theaters use as their brand, and it was clips. So,
Oh, yeah.
Geez,
so I was
man.
like, okay, let's get those, and then I bought like the receiver that could handle it.
Oh man.
But that one you can sync your Bluetooth too. We did a
Yeah.
rehearsal with my band at my house 2 days ago. So like I just played the tracks through that we had to learn for the competition coming up, and
Dang.
airplayed to the TV.
I thought this guy had toys.
Yeah.
This is the guy.
I had,
You have to
had
grow
kids,
up to
bro.
be-
I had kids. That's why you cannot get toys like that when you have kids.
Yeah, when
What
know
you mean?
what
You get toys like that, and you don't have your kids touch your toys.
Exactly. But there's only so many toys you can get when you no more kids, then you can just buy as much toys
When
as
his
you
kid
want.
was like maybe like 6 years old, I go, "Hey, Dylan, Daddy let you play with his lightsaber?" And he goes, "No." I'm like, "Okay, I thought I'd just ask."
I also bought a Optimus Prime, and he didn't get to play with that
Yeah.
either. You see? He spotted it in my office.
And
Like, Daddy?
I told him, "Is Daddy gonna ever give it to you one day? I mean, it's something that he's waiting for
Devin.
to get bigger." He goes, "No."
Okay, if you had to rank Harry Potter, Star Wars,
Star Trek.
and then what were we just talking about? Transformers
Okay.
Okay.
franchises. What would be your most desired franchise?
Most desired.
Well, you
franchise?
have this Optimus Prime that you won't let anybody touch. Is Transformers your highest level?
No. It's just because the toy cost me $120, and I'm like, I'm not letting my 5-year-old play with this toy. Are you crazy?
Do you play with it?
No.
Oh.
It's been sitting in the box for like 10 years whenever I bought it. But I just... Oh, yeah. My wife's not going to watch this. I also bought the Transformer that like transforms on its own.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
push a button and you can say something and it just...
Were you the guy with the Halloween costume that you were the car and that you
No,
transformed
that's
up
too
into
much
the-
work, man. I don't like unless they make that thing, then I gotta build it, and I don't have the patience or the skill for that. So I just like to buy stuff and then.
I see. So the Optimus Prime is not because you're huge Transformers, because they just had a movie come out.
No,
that
I would say it'd be more. And the thing is, over the years, even the Star Wars stuff, I would have put them first, but the recent TV like the
junk.
shows and stuff have been kind of.
Yeah, not that
It's
good.
sort of dragging the whole thing down.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like probably Harry Potter, Star Trek, Star Wars, and then
Transformers.
I think
Yeah.
I like your toys better because it's more functional.
Might make me money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, he's
Yeah, and
making
you
money.
can use
That's the
yours.
good
He
kind
just
of-
leaves it in a box and looks at it.
I buy it. I'm like, that's a write-off.
Yeah.
That's a write-off.
Well, and then, you can use it at your gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of gigs, are you doing the whole looping thing and I know you do something like that's not just you playing the guitar.
I
but-
do. Yeah. So I
Okay.
bought like one of the Boss loopers, the
Okay, and
RC600. So I loop into that, and then I have like a little drum pad. So I do everything fresh, like on the spot. I don't have recorded tracks or anything.
Oh wow.
So I'll
That's
make
cool.
like my drum beat first. I'll lay a guitar down, maybe some like lead lines,
I love watching that.
add more.
Yeah.
Well, it helps the performer too, because then you know, one song is like 13 minutes.
Well, yeah. Well, I just love watching the
the whole time,
process. You know, like when I started watching YouTube, I came across Kaveh and I watched how
Oh,
she put
Oh,
things
yeah.
together,
Kaveh
and I'm
is
like,
amazing, yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
She's great.
You
I
know?
think she's another Kamehameha graduate too.
Yeah.
She is, yeah.
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 Hey, she should come on the podcast next time she's in town.
Well, we.
Would she do
I
that?
don't know. She has
I think she
time.
would.
I'll come back for them.
Yeah. You sure? Around your age, right?
I think she's a couple years older.
A couple years
Yeah.
older.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
she's closer to 40.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
for you,
she's
it's
talented.
Oh,
for
yeah.
you, it's like if you're doing that looping thing, it's like melody line first and then add in drums and then add in bass, or
I normally do drum first, just to
Drum
make sure
first.
that I'm
okay.
synced with it.
Okay.
Unless I'm doing like a kind of weird thing on the guitar, I
Yeah.
have to lay the guitar down first, and then I'll do the drums to it.
Are you beatboxing your drums, or are you?
Oh no, I can't do that. I have friends that do it really well, but
Yeah.
I'm not one of those friends.
Or Kavehi does it really well.
yeah.
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 I can't, like Evan K, Shane Sukiyama, like they can beatbox, and Jason Laeha, they'll lay down.
Yeah.
It sounds really good. I tried it and it sounds like someone spitting into a microphone. It's not good.
Yeah. There's people that can do it and people that cannot.
Yeah. So the drum pad I have, I like pull sounds from online and change it into little wave files, and I program it to each button.
Okay.
So I have like a kick, congas, snare, hi-hat, like a deep bass, wind chimes, and then I'll lay those down. And I kind of memorize like where they're on the pad now.
I remember watching Kapena.
Penna.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Penna would play, I was like, "What the hell? I never seen anything like it before."
Like this.
Yeah, I mean, he can play a full.
Oh,
he just
yeah.
plays the drums on that stupid little box.
And he's
thing
doing
he had.
drum
Sorry,
solos.
Penna. I don't mean. I'm not trying to insult
Yeah.
it, but like he's
It's
doing
amazing.
rolls and fills and all kinds of crap, and I'm like, how
He's
the hell?
talented. And it's actually, I think it was his drum set too, because he would record it in his studio to get his own sounds,
Okay.
and then put it into his.
Oh.
So he's taking his drum kit
And to
sound
play
with him.
drums at Sonic Drums only using your fingers.
Yeah.
And a pad like
Yeah.
that. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
because he's not
man.
Yeah.
he's not even using a bass pedal or a hi-hat thing. It's just
Yeah.
it's all him doing that, and
And he's fast with those two.
yeah,
know.
it's
It's amazing.
You know what? It was pretty impressive too, though. Besides Capenna, is if you watch the Capenna Hisessions video,
Mhm.
they have Eddie drumming,
Yeah.
the old drummer,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
He only saw that pad that morning, right before he went and did those songs.
So Eddie wasn't on drum set. He was on those things.
Because at that time we weren't set up to do drums. So as I was driving to the shoot, Kelly Boy called me. He's like, "Hey, can we bring drums?" I'm like, "Oh, we don't have enough equipment to do drums." So then they brought the pad that Capenna would normally play, right?
Yeah.
So Eddie comes in and he's like, "Oh, okay." And Capenna's like, "Oh, you hit here for the hi-hat, you hit this one for the this," and you're just kind of showing him where to hit. And he's like, "Oh, okay." So he like takes a couple of rounds
Yeah.
and he goes, "Okay."
All right.
And then he plays like
It looks
God.
seamless.
it looks
That
like he's
guy's
been playing that
amazing,
thing
too.
like the
Yeah,
whole time.
Eddie's
Yeah.
cool, man. Love
Like,
that
I remember
guy.
when he first started, he was like 19 years old playing.
Yeah.
the piano
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so good. But man, yeah, that was impressive because I'm like, oh man, are they gonna be able to pull this off? And it's like nothing. If you watch the video, you would never know that morning he figured out how to play that pad.
Yeah. No, you wouldn't know. And that's one of the sessions I watch a lot too.
Yeah, that one. They
So thank you for bringing up the numbers on the views.
Huh?
What?
He says he's watched
Oh,
them
yeah,
all
yeah,
live.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're gonna have some good Walea content coming out soon. We've just been falling a little bit behind because of the whole Maui thing and all that. So
Yeah.
that'll be.
So you recorded it already?
We recorded
Just
already.
editing
It's in the bag. Everything's like ready to go, but it's just editing.
I'm excited
Okay.
to see if that special song gets in there.
Oh yeah, I think it will.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
When did you guys record?
Well, it's a couple months ago already.
Yeah, like 2 months ago maybe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So it really should have come up by now, but yeah, it's just been kind of busy. Once the Maui thing happened, then
Yeah.
everything got kind of
Yeah.
scattered to
Yeah.
the winds. and
You're
stuff
probably
like that.
doing a lot of those fundraising concerts and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Too.
I think the only one that I played in was the Hisessions one, but then I went and did
Sound.
the live stream for the Windward Mall one.
Oh yeah.
So I just went in. They're like, "Oh, what time are you playing?" I go, "No, I'm just on camera today."
Yeah.
Mm.
There's been a lot of
Yeah.
them. Okay, so Kingsley, let's do this because we're gonna bust out the guitars in a second, but we asked this of all of our guests. If you were stranded on a desert island for all of eternity and could only bring 3 albums with you to listen to for the rest of time, what would those 3 albums be?
Oh,
And I know this is gonna be hard for you because you are a connoisseur. You listen to a lot of stuff.
this is hard. One for sure is Zach Brown.
Oh,
The
Zac
Foundation
Brown.
album.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
That was like the first one.
Yeah,
Okay.
you've been doing a lot of country lately too.
I
I've been
love
hearing it.
country.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
No, you know why too. I think the writing has always been really good for country,
Yeah.
and then they sort of moved it into into more of a pop vein and
Yeah.
pop
Yeah.
and even R&B.
Yeah.
Because I think Justin was talking about that the last time.
Yep.
The last time I talked to him, which was like 8 months ago, but yeah, he said it's where the singer songwriters are going because they appreciate the craft.
Yeah.
They appreciate you creating a good hook, right? And not having to put a freaking voice coder whatever thing on it, right? It's just let's hear your voice, let's hear how well you play it, let's
Yeah.
hear how well you can craft a song. So yeah.
Which is why I love like Zach Brown so much. Like
Yeah.
the storytelling, James.
Yeah.
It'd probably be like Zach Brown, a James Taylor album,
Mm.
and
Lil Jon. No, just kidding.
the last one, probably a mix between like either Shania Twain or Kalapana.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like my mix is all over the place, but
I like Shania Twain.
I love Shania Twain. If
yeah.
she ever wants to get married again to me,
What is she, like 50-something now?
age is nothing. Age doesn't matter.
She still looks good, yeah.
I mean, you heard her story though. It's crazy,
Yeah.
right?
No, what?
She got Lyme disease from like a tick or something, and then like affected her vocal cords. She couldn't
She
sing.
couldn't sing for years.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no wonder I was wondering what happened to her.
Yeah.
Well, and then she was married to Mutt Lang,
Okay.
and got divorced from Mutt Lang. He left her for her best friend, or he left her for the best friend, and then she married the best friend's husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
traded.
swapped. They swapped.
What the hell?
Yeah.
They swapped
Yeah.
spouses.
What a tragic-
It is the
tragic
weirdest thing ever.
Yeah.
I was like, huh?
But just
And-
imagine you're like one of the biggest singers in the world, and then you can't sing.
You lose your
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
God.
All of a sudden, like
She did that video with Lionel Richie,
Oh.
where that was like one of the first times she came back to
Yeah.
sing. But
Yeah.
you see him like coaching her.
well, Lionel Richie almost lost his voice too.
Well, how's she sound now?
She sounds great.
Oh, great.
She's touring and the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's doing really well.
Just took a little while, I guess.
Wow, man.
She also likes wearing less and less clothes. No. Which is okay with me. Yeah. I'm good with it. It's cool.
Okay, grab a guitar. Grab a guitar. Let's do something.
You gonna pause or are you gonna just?
No, we'll just keep it running.
Do you want one of these or are you gonna?
Just grab this one here.
Okay.
This isn't standard tuning.
You should have one of your guitars just here.
I do, right there.
Bust it out.
He always has a good time. He's too lazy to go get it.
Oh, this one's fine.
Is this one of like 12 guitars that you own or?
Yeah, how many guitars do you own?
Oh, probably
We shouldn't like
like
promote too much.
over 20.
Is it all Martins?
Oh my god!
No, this was maybe one of the more recent ones I bought when I went
Oh.
to New York. But yeah, I have a lot of Taylors.
Oh, okay.
I love Taylor guitars. But
What was it about this one?
so I went to New York on a trip with
So
my grandma.
that's an older model, right?
So this is
Actually, can I do this?
HD 28 vintage. So it's like a 1928 custom shop, but it's built in their new custom shop with the old specs.
Oh, okay. Because yeah, it looks kind
Yeah,
of
it
vintage.
looks like
you
an
know?
old guitar.
Yeah.
Oh,
I forgot to turn my phone off. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Wow.
what's his ringer, man? So I'm thinking
That's my ringer.
Oh, is that your ringer? Oh.
Yeah.
Where is it? Your phone?
Where's your
Out in
phone?
it's out in by the
Do
by the
we need to
like,
go get it or?
It's gonna go on again.
All right. Okay. Do it. I'll do one and then you do one, and that'll be our. And then you guys play along too. You know, we used to have an ukulele here, but there's kids in this house, and that ukulele
Disappeared.
someone disappeared. Okay.
Oh, this is so good.
Wait.
Sorry,
One-
this
one of
guitar's
the-
pretty loud too. Sorry.
One of the greatest moments of my life was Jake and Pure Heart. We did a gig in the '90s, and went to like Maui or something or Kauai, and I tuned my guitar down. You know, you loosen the strings when you go on the plane,
Yeah.
and then we got off the plane, and I just kind of like tune like that, no tuner or nothing,
And you're on it.
and then I go, okay, strum a C. And everyone is like perfectly on. And I was like, yeah, that's right.
Crushed it.
Perfect pitch.
That was the best moment of your life.
Well, one of them.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope your wife doesn't watch.
And
this.
your wedding.
Or your
Sorry,
kids, I know. And his
I-
kids.
yeah,
And yeah.
Top 10 for sure.
Did I ever say how I feel about you? Think I never find that easy Devon, you should got the. You do. Don't need to be heard. You know your actions, babe. Speak louder than words. I've got the bottle. Bring me a good. Pop the cork and try to stir. When you're empty, I'll feel your love. Drink it down till the sun goes. I'm heading north like a steaming train. Foot to the floor in the driving rain. My head is aching, my mouth is dry. I've got a thirst that only you can satisfy. I've got the bottle, bring me a cup. Pop the cork and try to stir. When you're empty, I'll fill you up. Drink it down till the sun comes up. Sorry. I'm heading north like a steaming train. Foot to the floor in the driving rain. My head is aching and my mouth is dry. I've got a thirst only you can satisfy. I've got the bottle, bring me a cup. Pop the cork and try some. When you're empty, I'll fill you up. Drink it down till the sun comes up. I've got the bottle, bring me a cup. Pop the cork and try some. When you're empty, I'll fill you up. Drink it down till the sun comes up. Yeah, till the sun comes up. Well, you were there that one time. I played this gig, and Ryan Matsumoto introduced me as the second most famous Pure Heart member. Which I thought was
that
best.
the Showpo one that we
Yeah,
played?
yeah.
Awesome.
Kingsley backed me up on that one. That was so good. That was my favorite intro ever.
The second most famous.
Yeah. It's like, now come into the stage. The second most famous. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Oh, that's... You're a legend, though.
No.
Here's the funniest thing. So, last night you texted me like, okay, bring your guitar tomorrow and we'll play something.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to be caught off guard. So I was like, okay, I was laying down this morning looking at songs to...
Well, okay.
Just in case.
Okay. Yeah, play a song, but don't do what everybody else... Like, I don't know what it is about this podcast, but people come in, they're like, this is a song I just wrote last night. It has like 15 chords in it, but I'm going to play it now. So I'm like, oh, man. Come and play, play surf or something that I can follow along.
I'll show you the list of stuff that I was thinking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, bring me a cup.
So he started singing. I was like, okay, perfect.
Yeah, he didn't even say anything. He just launched into the song and he started playing the stuff.
No, I was like, oh, yeah.
Nice.
So, do we get to choose from that for your next one? Or are you gonna sing something?
Well, Kingsley can do any of those. Yeah. So, Kyle, do you want to choose
We have a
the
big
song?
list, too. This is just stuff I just...
Actually,
it's like...
Whatever you want to play on.
Well, because the only thing is, the kind did
House of Pooh Corner.
No.
Change the World was done by
yeah, that was
Johnny
Ben.
Depp.
Ben came in.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, just with him last week, him and Henry Capono.
Yeah.
Ben's great.
We did the Tanioka tournament.
You know, it's funny. Ben, it's funny because he's on the podcast, and he's Ben, and he's like this super nice guy. But then the more you start talking, like, well, you had a past.
Yeah.
Like he had a crazy life, you know.
Well, I mean, he's been doing music since
Yeah.
the 70s. In the 70s, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
He was talking
He's
about like
awesome,
in
though.
the mainland stuff.
Yeah, when he was in the
Now,
mainland and
yeah.
stuff. All right.
But I don't play
How-
whatever makes you.
Oh,
Well, how does the Love on Top go? Like, is that hard to play?
That's a Beyonce song.
yeah. A little bit. That's like the.
But the reason why people like listening to this song is
The guitar.
no, vocally, like he's gonna have to go to like certain levels that people aren't gonna expect him to go to.
Yeah. No,
So-
that one gets. I saw Kaylana do this at a gig.
Oh,
once.
yeah. Kaylana's.
And she killed it. I was like, I love that song though. Like,
It's a great song.
we're gonna steal it, but anytime you do like a Beyonce or Alicia Keys or Shania Twain, like
Yeah.
people in the restaurant kind of perk up. So
I saw
Especially when a
something.
guy is doing it at that,
Oh yeah.
register.
Ooh,
It's
how
crazy.
about can you do Chris Stapleton? You should probably leave.
Everyone does that.
Oh, that one. You know what should I do? I have well, I do the Tennessee Whiskey one too, and then the Joy of My Life.
Hmm.
That's another one. Like,
I don't know that song. Okay, let's hear that one.
it was a basic one. Here, let me find it. So I got a request from this from a bartender at one of my gigs, and I told him, I was like, I'm gonna take a break and then I'll learn it.
I'll learn the song.
So I learned it. I learned it during my break.
Damn.
You
ever
when,
played a
when people
B-side yet?
do that to me, I'm just like,
No, not
I,
yet.
I
Yeah,
don't know
no, I'm
that.
not doing
And
that.
That's
I
never gonna
can't.
happen.
Let John know so we can go because they're so close to our house.
That one.
Which one? The B side?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? Every
like the
time
food
I
over
try
there,
to go
too.
over there, they
Yeah,
say
they sold out. Yeah.
Yeah.
they don't
yeah.
even let you in anymore. Like if one of those
Sure,
bands
it's
are
not
playing.
just you.
No, it's just you gotta make reservations.
Like they don't look at you and go, oh, I don't
no,
know
I'm
about
calling,
this
so they
guy.
don't know who I am. Yeah.
Oh, the Shimabukuro is popping up again.
Yeah, no, that guy. I don't know. Oh wait, maybe
Not the
we'll
one that
bring-
we want in here.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll
Not
bring
a
John
Shimabukuro.
Yamasato with him. We'll let him in.
So what
Yeah,
is this?
pretty simple song. A. So yeah, so I learned it during the break. I was like, okay, we can do this. So I just threw the lyrics to my phone. Tiptoed in the room. I know you gotta have your rest. She says, come and lay beside me. I've been waiting since you left. She's sweet to me. Must be the luckiest man alive. Did I tell you, baby, you are the joy of my life? First time that I saw you, you took my breath away. I might not go to heaven, but I walked with the angels that day. She takes me by the hand. I am the luckiest man around. Did I tell you, baby, you are the joy of my life? Can I take one? I treasure each and every day. Just take me by the hand. I am the luckiest man alive. Did I tell you, baby, you are the joy of my life? Did I tell you, baby, you are the joy of my life? Oh, the joy of my life.
He writes some nice
That's
stuff,
nice,
man.
Chris
Oh.
Staples is amazing.
And Kings, man, I gotta say, your vocal stuff has gotten really good.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
trying,
I-
I'm trying.
No, I-
Super
thank
strong.
you.
Yeah,
the,
man.
the voice, the
Booming.
yeah.
Because I've known you for a long time now, and
And you never sounded this good.
Yeah,
yeah, I know, you just keep getting better. You just keep getting better.
Thank you.
You never, yeah.
Hopefully that's the direction it goes in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
How
yeah.
long I know you? You never used to solo before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Even up until recently, like, I don't want to do that. And then all
Yeah.
of a sudden you started doing it. And
It's good,
Great.
man.
You gotta, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I got forced.
Okay, now
into
he's
it.
really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Never mind. All right.
Well,
moving
thanks so much for coming in. Thanks so much
thank
for coming.
you.
We'll have you on again. You're
No,
good,
this is
good
fine.
guest. We're just getting started. But thanks everybody. I'll be at the Lookout on Sunday, Ewa Beach, if you're in that
on.
area.
Yeah.
And
oh,
we got
and
this.
also, Kingsley's is going to be with us over at Paliku Theater. We're celebrating the Bright Kids Foundation. So
Yes.
I'll be on stage with a bunch of amazingly talented people. It's a review of Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals, so like South Pacific and The King and I and stuff. And it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this weekend. So if you can come by, check it out. It's going to be a great show. Paliku Theater.
And pick up Walea's music.
Yes,
You can
definitely.
find it at
Yes.
stores near you or online.
Yeah. ValeaMusic.com.
Yeah, and check them when they come out live. All right. See y'all next week. Thank
care.
you so much.